Hello, and welcome back to another episode from my Wheel of Time Minecraft survival world. So right now, I'm planning on spending this episode just cleaning things up around the two rivers, around Emond's Field, and making them look nicer in general. And so, over here at the mine we started in episode 1, I added in actual stables, so we can come in here, close the gate, and then, yeah, the horse can't get out, but it's very easy to get in and stuff. It doesn't look the best, but it's at such a small scale that I'm not sure what else I could add to it, and I really don't feel like trying to make it look better at this point. I also put a roof on top of the tower thing, yes, that's an entrance to the mine, and I haven't done anything in there since, I don't know, I'm not really planning on doing a whole lot in there anyways. If we come over here on the road to the Althor farm, I still need to find a way to a place to put Bella while I'm over here. I could probably have a way to get into the barn. Yeah, I'll probably do that next. I kind of have trimmed the corners of the wheat field so that it looks a little more natural and isn't just that 9 by 9 square in the middle of the yard. I think it looks a little better. I might switch it out for like carrots and potatoes to make it look more like a garden instead of just a baby wheat field around here. Inside the Alpor farmhouse, I added a low roof just because I couldn't figure out how to make the thatch roof on the inside look nice. Added another bedroom. I'll probably be adding brown beds into each of these, since I'm assuming the Althors wouldn't be able to get that much choice for dye in around here. And then here's the attic. I guess the second floor of the house. I could definitely put a farmer villager up here and call it Tam Althor. I'm not... Yeah, I think I'll probably do that. I wasn't completely sure, but I feel like it sounds like a good idea. So right now we're going to be headed to the North Road, so the road leading to the north out of Emmons Field. And right here, there used to be quite a large ravine. I guess it wasn't a ravine, but it was somewhat of a large cave that I just put a couple YouTube videos on and then just completely covered over with dirt. I did fantastic on that MLG water bucket. But yeah, so I know a lot of parts of the world seem kind of like broken, as if a lot of male channelers did really break the Minecraft world. But I don't know. With this being this close to Emmons Field, I kind of wanted to change it, and so that's why I decided to cover over it rather than try to have it build into the lore of the world. And I have pretty much taken the road out all the way to the river to the north, but I have yet to build a bridge over here. Okay, so the road goes this way, and then it stops over here. I was planning on building the white bridge here, but again, I think it might be a little too close to Emmons Field, and so I'll be putting it quite a ways closer to where Camelin will eventually go. And then I haven't done anything with Beyond the River yet, but we'll be getting to that next episode. Alright, so here we're back at the inn, and we're gonna take a look at some of the upstairs rooms that I've started to change. So I cleaned up all of this section, and I'm trying to figure out what to put in all of these rooms and to make it look nice. So I'm planning on an oak slab ceiling. Other than that, I'm not completely sure how many details I want to add to the rooms, because this is the two rivers. They wouldn't really have too much decorations, I would feel like. Probably some barrels, armor stands, maybe some things to look like a wardrobe, or something along those lines. And then one or two rooms here, another, maybe three rooms along here. But then I run into a little bit of an issue right here, because I want like a hallway to go this way to the other rooms, but that's right where the staircase is. And I like how it is right now because it's like tall enough so that uh, it feels natural when you're coming down the stairs. If I move it any closer, it'll like you might hit the head on the floor every once in a while. That I don't really like how it looks, and so I want to keep it this way. But then I don't know how to do this hallway. Whether it has to be just a really like 1 block wide coming through here. I could switch these out for possibly like spruce trapdoors, and then have the hallway going this way. I might do that. I'm not entirely sure how the villager AI will handle that, and if I have to be worried about them getting stuck or something. Yeah, speaking of getting stuck, they've been like this for several days. And they like want to walk this way and they think they can, but they just stay there, even at night when they like want to get to the bed and whatnot. So yeah, I'll probably spend some time working on those upstairs rooms so that we can get those looking to be how they probably would look in real life. In the meantime, though, I think we could use our name tag we got from a dungeon a while ago and actually name our first character in this world. I would like a new source of renewable source of name tags eventually, but right now that would take a librarian villager, and I'm not sure where I would put him in the world right now. There you go. We've officially named Bella. Working on completing an interior feels so nice. I'm sure you know that if you ever played Minecraft and built houses and stuff. But like it definitely seems more realistic and just fits better with the world when it's not just an empty space up here. Very glad that you can just put trapdoors at the top of doors that you don't want villagers to get into, and so we can still have our villager breeder functionality while having a whole lot of rooms for the villagers to wander around into. And so right now, Tam Althor just grew up, and so we're going to get him a workstation and start seeing if we can get his trade set. I'm not really sure what I want his like first trade to be. Maybe wheat, since I do have a lot of that. Wait. I'm pretty sure it was better if I put it in there with him. And this might take a while. We'll see. What? I covered the beds over. I thought that's supposed to stop them from being able to breed. Okay. I don't really want that many more villagers, so I'm gonna break that for now and hope that cuts off the villagers' way to the bed. They aren't able to pathfind all the way to the bed zone here, are they? I'm not sure. I had to do a little more digging on that. But it's... yeah. I still have a long way to go in understanding villagers. Well, look who it is. Do you have anything nice to trade? Oh, I definitely would like some slime balls. Other than that, I don't think anything is necessary. I'm definitely buying those slime balls though, since I haven't got a slime farm, and I'm not entirely sure which places are slime chunks in this world. Is the wandering trader always 5 trades? I think it's always 5, so this should be enough emeralds. Alright, thank you so much, sir. So I like how these railings look, and how they take up very little space. But the villagers get caught in them, so I might have to change them. I'm not... yeah. I wonder if I could change something up here that makes them think that they can no longer go on here. But yeah, it's a little annoying to have them get stuck on there all the time. I got Tam Althor out just in the nick of time, otherwise this guy would have been a little annoying to work around. So now I think I'm just gonna try to take Tam over to uh, the farm now. Hello, editing Paisadai here. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put villagers into my world to make it come more alive. Because villagers are really dumb, and they die a lot to fall damage and zombies and pillagers. And so most people just put them into pretty much trading halls that are pretty much slavery. I don't want to do that because I don't know where I put that in my world. And more so, I want to build places that have villagers that inspire me to travel between them. And so I'll put some villagers in one city and some in the other. And it makes the most sense to have all of the houses that will naturally be in that city to actually store the villagers that I want. I still don't want them to go outside because of how long it does take to replace a master level villager. Because of how many days in a row you have to trade with them, and you can only trade with them once or at most twice a day before they are done for the day. And so I really don't want to replace villagers, but I also want to give them the ability to move around. And so with these smaller houses in the inn, they can't move around a whole lot. But when I start building palaces in the major cities, that's when they'll be wandering around a whole lot. And maybe I'll lose them and not be able to find them for a few days if I want a specific villager to trade with. But I guess that's the price for wanting a world that seems alive. Right now, we have places to put Bella or another horse if we ever get one. In the inn, there's a nice fence gate that'll keep her in there. At the forge, I have a lead here that we can use to tie her up. And the mine over here, we made a stable. The only spot that I really need a good place to put Bella right now is the Althor farm, because there's just this dirt fence thing, and it does not look great. So I had the idea of trying to put something in the barn, or maybe just... We don't really need a spot to put her in the barn if we just have a way to ride in on her, and then just stick her in here and then leave. That way, we wouldn't really have to worry about... I don't think we need to worry about having anything more in here, and then just locking her away. I don't really want to spend the time to make a smaller horse stall for her, so we should probably figure out a way to make this look a little better on the inside of here. I'm not entirely sure how to do that other than just adding several hay bales on the sides, making a better transition between the walls and the ceiling. I'll see what I can do. I just went to grab some dark oak logs to finish the roof of the barn, and let me tell you, I'm going to be so happy when I actually start making roads through forests like this, because it's incredibly annoying to try to take a horse through, and so often you get stuck, and especially at night it's quite dangerous with all the mobs also chasing you. The possibility of getting stuck and not being able to get out with creepers and skeletons, and yeah. Roads through forests will be very nice when I get around to doing them. I think that looks much better. Does it look good? The diagonal definitely throws it off a little. But now I'm comfortable putting Bella in here to let her stay out of the rain. I've made a few more changes to Emond's field since I last saw you. I cleared away some of the torches by the Althor farm. I also took away the torches from the roofs of the buildings and replaced them with glow lichen. Yes, probably the most important thing is that I finally downloaded the replay mod, so we can take a look and see what everything looks like from a bird's eye view, without having to go into spectator mode, which is kind of sketchy. And so I've been thinking a lot about how I built Emond's field, and I definitely would make a few changes if I were to do it again. The main thing is that if you look at all of the houses, they're all diagonal, which is what I like, is what I want to build, but they don't seem like they're diagonal for a purpose, that no one would really build them in this orientation. I think if I were ever to, well, in the future when I build more towns and cities, I'll definitely be thinking about how the houses should be arranged in reference to each other and probably do a little more of a thorough job outlining and thinking about where all the diagonals are going to go and how they'll all line up with each other. But for now, I just really like spending time in the here in Emmonsfield in the Two Rivers. I haven't spent a whole lot of time since the last episode, and so all of the wool hasn't completely regrown, so it might be a while before I start trading again. But it's really nice to go to something you've built and just walk around and I don't I don't know, see the villagers interacting with everything and living in the world that you've made for them. I'm really liking how Emmonsfield is turning out, and while I love spending time here, it might be time to move on to another part of the world, because the Two Rivers is such a quiet place and nothing ever happens in it. Wait, is that the Dragon's Fang? I wonder what that means.